All right. Axel FG asks, why Siwasepl? So, I played Fallout before I played Oblivion or Skyrim. Specifically Fallout 3. That was my first one. And they have the special system. And that's the breakdown of all your stats. And then Skyrim was coming out, for the first time. And my friend was like, you need to play Oblivion because it's fantastic. So let me borrow a copy of it. And they don't have special. They have Siwasepl. And that's what I named my character. Because I made that joke to him about the Siwasepl stats instead of the special stats. So there's not really a super cool reason for it. That's just what I went with. And it's what I've decided to just name everything, I guess. I guess that would be the proper thing to say. It's just what I decided to call myself. I've had the name since 2011, I guess. And 3, it doesn't really have a second. But 3, can you leak Josh's credit card information? Which one? I just need to know which card to leak. Braxton Keys asks, what is your favorite Halo weapon? And if you could combine 2 Halo weapons, what would it be and why? The carbine. The Covenant carbine is my favorite. I think I'm just going to stick with that. Doesn't need to be combined with anything else. I mean, it could hold more ammo. Wouldn't be an issue. But other than that, yeah, I just think it's cool. It felt the most fun to use in the game. So I think that's what I'd go with. Worldwide Dylan asks, how long did you work for retail? I still work in retail. And if you're counting consistently, that would be about 5.5 years, roughly. I worked retail when I first got out of high school as a seasonal job, but it was only for 1 month, so I didn't really do anything else. I was the guy that pulled costumes. That's all I did. Most of my teenage years, I worked landscaping, the month of retail, and then I've kind of had job like off and on in landscaping for a while, and then I've consistently worked retail for the last 5.5 years. Are you currently able to play games full time? No, I'm not, sadly. I would love to be. It just is not feasibly possible right now. One day, hopefully. That's the dream. And 3, which game that you played blind was the most impressive for you? I'm gonna take, based on the wording of that, you don't mean like on the channel. If it's on the channel, probably Jedi Fallen Order. Mixed between Jedi and Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition was just a fantastic experience. And Jedi Fallen Order, I was not expecting to be as great of a game as it was. Now, a game that I played blind that was most impressive for me just in general, that is a tough one. I feel like I've kind of screwed myself over on this one. It would probably have to be like Sly Cooper or Ratchet and Clank, something like that. Because as a kid, that kind of stuff, like I didn't have a lot of gaming magazines. I had one subscription to PlayStation Underground for a while, but it wasn't always something I had. So I pretty much had to go off of covers and box art. And the back, well, I couldn't even see the back of the box because you had to get the people to get them out of the case. I don't know, maybe Pokemon. Oh, God, there are so many games I've played like for the first time growing up as my life. There are a lot of good games. So I don't think I could really say most impressive like in a personal. I just would have to stick with in terms of the channel. So hopefully that's the question you had and not the real life one. Yip Flap the Executioner asked, how do you plan to evolve your channel, if at all? So, ideally, I would like to start streaming more, but in terms of evolution, I guess that's not really a big thing because it would just be playing games. I have some ideas. I started doing the cursed memes episodes, reviewing cursed memes, and people like that. I would like to review other stuff. I also have an idea. I'm not ready to say it. It's not something that will ever come soon because it is so time consuming. And honestly, when I'm ready to really put a substantial amount of work into it, I'm gonna have to take a step back from really just recording games in general. But to give you a basic idea of it, it is a documentary series on a specific game. There's just a lot of research involved with it. And while I've done a little of it, I have not done a lot, and it's nowhere near even the beginning phases of being made. But I have that idea, and I'm talking multi-part documentary series on this game. And I would like to kind of do that. It's an idea I've had for a while now, and I would love to put it into execution. It's just very time consuming. I would also like to just talk about other things that I like. I like movies, and I would love to talk about them. I'm no movie critic, but I feel like I can at least talk about it to some degree. Fluently, I guess. I also want to review Legos. I feel like that'd be fun. I really got into Legos a few years ago. Well, I say got into it, but I got back into Legos a few years ago. I was big into it as a kid, having a bunch of Lego sets. And of course, I got older, and I just stopped getting Legos. And then, I don't know, I think 2017 or something, I bought a Lego set because I thought the Lego set was cool. And then I just stumbled back into the world of Lego, and now I have amassed a new collection of Legos just because I think the designs are cool. And I would love to just kind of talk about Legos and maybe review the sets and just this is a cool set. I like it. It was fun to build. And maybe do like speed builds, where not like me trying to build it as fast as possible, but God, I can't think of the word now. But basically film myself building it and then, speed up the footage. I have no way of setting that up right now, but hey, it's something I would like to do. I think that's all I can think of to really quote unquote evolve the channel. All right, moving on to Discord question. Zach, the survivor, asks, will we ever burn heretics together, Brother Josh? Of course, heretics deserve to be burned. Kaiser asks, you're put into the lead role of any video game you choose. What video game do you choose? Oh shit, I don't know. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Saints Row 3.
I would shake your hands, but them floors were a little sticky, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm good.
I feel like Steelport would be fun, and plus I would have a lot of properties that I could hang out with. I don't know. Saints Row the Third seems pretty fun to me. We'll go with that one. Kowalski asks, favorite series you've done on the channel? Deadly Premonition, by far. Shadows of the Dam was pretty fun. Of course, the Halo series has been great, just with the communication. But favorite of all time, it's Deadly Premonition, hands down. Space Person, what is your favorite color? Red.
Right, off you go. Oh, thank you.
Kaisar, who is that person that we played Among Us with? We played Among Us with a few people. You gotta have to be more specific about that one. To Space Person, what is your favorite firearm? World War II Luger. I love the design of them, and I love the way the mechanism works on it. It just looks so cool from, like, actually watching it fire. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European?
Who do you know so much about swallows?
Well, you have to know these things when you're a king, you know.
The space person. Can you grow a nice mustache? I can, and I do have one. Thank you very much. Kowalski, why should our wonderful viewers subscribe to Josh Siwasepl on YouTube? Because I will kidnap their mom if they don't. Kowalski, what's your full name, address, and credit card number? So my full name is Josh. And there you go. Hope that answers your question. Kaisar, how do you feel making this video? It's fun. I've never done a Q&A before. I've answered questions before, but I've never done a video. It's weird. Kind of. Fun and weird. Kaisar, is Johnny Cash a country singer? No. Outlaw country.
Outlaw country!
Space, what is the worst state? Florida or California? California's got Hollywood in it. A lot of creepy stuff goes on there. Florida has a lot of Florida man stories, but it's also just a terrible place for meth. Hollywood's worse, so we'll go with California. Kowalski, why did you think this was a good idea? Because people said they wanted it. And I am nothing but a simple man that does what people want. Space, can you start a fire without the aid of man-made fire starters? Are you just asking in general or me personally? Because in general, I think an average person has a likelihood of doing it. Me personally, I would struggle with it. Not gonna even act like I know how to. I would struggle with it pretty harshly. Kowalski, do you think you will ever do a face reveal? If so, at what milestone? That's a tough one. I'm someone who likes their privacy, so I'm not gonna completely rule out a face reveal. Obviously, people do really enjoy it. I will say no for now. I don't think I'm going to, but with the little asterisk, there's always a possibility. So I'm not really gonna mark it at a milestone, but it's just really gonna be, what does the future hold, I guess. Kaisar, what's your opinion of the Joker movie? Loved it. I thought it was a fantastically depressing movie, and I have never willingly chose to be miserable for 2 hours and whatever, how long it was, but it was definitely worth it. And it truly is a miserable time to sit there, and not in a bad way. Like, the movie does a great job of a lot of things in it. There are some cliches in it, but it's that thing where you just like, come on, push past it. There's better stuff going on here. You don't need to focus on the cliches. It's just a really great depressing time, and I would watch it again. Kowalski, do you think you will ever do reaction videos or any non-gaming cursed meme vid? Yes. It's all about me trying to find what I want to react to, because I don't want to be like, there are people that can make it work with their personality. Like Chad Tronic can react to stuff and it's highly entertaining. Really, a lot of content on YouTube right now is reaction in some form, but as I've said, I am not a video face person. Face cam, that's the word I was looking for. I'm not a face cam person, so I have to pick something that I think is gonna warrant my words. I can't really just sit there and watch a trailer and go, okay, yeah, oh, that looks like it doesn't seem entertaining for me. So for me, I want to try and find things to react that I find funny. I don't want to be a person that just sits there and was like, oh, look at that. Oh, by the way, like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and remember to send me your email to enter into my giveaway. It's 1,000 V-Bucks. Like, I don't want to be that person, because those people suck. But yes, I do want to do more reaction stuff. Space person, do you have a dog? I have two. I have two little dogs. They're adorable, and I love them. And oh, they're Pekingese Pomeranian mix. Quite adorable and yappy. Kowalski, what inspired you to start YouTube? I mean, it's a tough question to kind of nail down. I started watching Let's Plays around like 2011, 2012, something like that, when I was in between jobs, and it was something fun to pass the time. And who doesn't want to, play games for a living and make money? But in terms of what actually pushed me to start YouTube because I didn't think I was any good. And before I say this, just know, I do not say this to be mean to you. I really don't. You are a fantastic Let's Player, but I was inspired by Masaya Nayla's Ocarina of Time Let's Play, where it was just her pointing a camera to the TV and recording on her camera mic, and it was so poor quality, and it was so rough, and I thought I could do better than that, and that's what made me start YouTube finally, because I thought I could do better than that on my first go around. I'm sorry, Masaya. If you see this, I'm sorry. You're wonderful. I don't mean to insult you. Oh no. To be fair, my first Let's Play was terrible, so it's okay. Kaisar, does John Halo speak? I'm surprised Halo talks. Kwanski, Halo or COD? Halo. Like, as fun as the Modern Warfare campaigns were, there's not too much to them in terms of story. They're pretty straightforward. Definitely surprising, but they're pretty straightforward. Halo has that deep lore that's really good. So Halo. Kaisar, favorite video game trailer? I don't know. That's a tough one. I can't think of any trailers that really like spark with me. All right, let's just go with this simply because it's not necessarily the trailer, but more of everything surrounding it. Resident Evil 7, when that was first premiered at E3, like everything leading up to it and the fact that it was a Resident Evil game surprising everyone, that was amazing, I feel. Just the way they planned that. So I will go with Resident Evil 7. There are definitely a lot of great trailers that are memorable. The GTA 5 one coming to PlayStation 4, I really enjoy just simply for the music. Kwanski, will you ever play Spartan Ops? Maybe. I don't know. From my understanding, it's a co-op game, and it's not really lore related. Maybe. It's definitely not in the plans for the near future, I can tell you that, but maybe closer to more likely I will. At some point. Kaisar, can man truly reach enlightenment upon this earth despite them wanting to reach enlightenment? I mean, isn't that the whole thing? Right? Like, if you are constantly seeking enlightenment, then that's your meaning, right? Because once you find enlightenment, what are you trying to achieve? There's nothing left to achieve. Once you've hit the top, where do you go? So I guess, really, what you should be asking is, do we want to achieve true enlightenment? I think people want to always be trying to achieve or climb higher or do something better. So yes, but I don't think you would want to. Zach, do you support war crimes overseas? Do you mean like literally over the seas or in another nation? Like over the seas where like nobody owns territory? Yeah, do it. Go for it. Do war crime. I don't care. Kaisar, Zach or Zach? Zach. Base, what helmet would you want to have in real life from any game or movie? Do I just get the helmet? Like, if it goes with an armor set, I don't get the armor, I just get the helmet? Shit, I don't know. That helmet that the final boss of Dark Souls 3 has. Let's go with that. Kwanski, favorite Star Wars movie? Favorite MCU movie? Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back. That's the best one. When I was younger, it was Return. Now it's Empire. And I don't think anything can really shake that. Favorite MCU movie? Thor Ragnarok. The obvious would be to say Endgame, and Endgame was absolutely fantastic. I also really enjoyed the hell out of Spider-Man. But Thor Ragnarok kind of reinvigorated me in the MCU. So we'll go with that. Kaisar, favorite Mass Effect romance? Tali. Is it ethical to launch a mass relay into the home world of the Batarians? It's not ethical. Bear, will you do a Lasso Halo playthrough? Maybe. I feel like it would be more entertaining on stream, but maybe. Zach, or a 4-man Halo 3 Legendary playthrough? Again, maybe. I would need 3 other people. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there. a lot more questions than I initially anticipated. And I have more. So I guess I'll end up doing 2 parts of this. And we will see. But for now, thank you for watching and asking the questions if you asked questions. And I will see you in the next one. If you would like to see an extended cut of this, recommend going over to the Discord, because I guarantee a lot of these are going to get cut for brevity's sake. And a more extended version will be available on Discord. So check that out.